Chop, chop. The joke works better when you're going to donate blood because of a type O. Best workshop in town. I mean, it's not a bad little workshop. It's a very impressive workshop, actually. I like that we got a lot of space. I mean, we could just make this all a big lawn, but part of me kind of wants to tuck in, like, some sort of appropriate building here. I don't know what that is, but something? I don't know. And yeah, it's not too far from the cafe.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Yeah, we're sort of, like, future-proofing our throne room here. Oh, Corey! Oh, all I saw is the word school bus, and I'm really concerned about what I'm going to see here. Today was the worst day of my life. My wife got hit by a school bus. And I lost my job as a bus driver. Those jokes remind... It's like very boomer humor, right? It's like so many of those old boomer jokes were all about like, hey, I hate my wife! And it's like, okay? Final Sight killed Mater. Ooh. Little kiosk. What are you using as railing? So, over here, we want to use this. I think this low fence looks the best, but I'll have to find a mod that will let me rotate this fence to the other side, because it doesn't work. These are windows from a mod. I think it's called Open the Windows or something. You can check my mod list. And I think it might end up making this look like a covered bridge. Like, maybe not so much here as an offset, but if I extend it and even put a roof over, I think it'll work. I'm kind of leaving this low fence here as a reminder that I probably want to make a change. But yeah, I think that the low fence is the best railing. It just doesn't look right on the other side because we need to be able to rotate. Yeah, see that that's a little bit dark. A little bit dark. Health, Alistorn. Hey Alistorn, when are you gonna sneak me a key for Victoria 3? I mean, just, you know, I'm sure no one will notice. You know? It's fine. Yeah, that was, yeah. Let's keep it to sillier jokes. I'm checking my emails. I mean, if I had one, I wouldn't be able to talk about it, would I? No, if I was supposed to have one, you go tell people. Now, on the bright side, let me double check my my thing for something here. Hang on. So I think I can talk about something. Well, I was gonna say completely unrelated. Yeah, 17th. Perfect. There's a Stellaris Toxoids video that's going to be coming out after the stream today.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
In fact, depending on time zones, I think technically I could have made it live now, but I'll make it live right after the stream. It's a one-shot sponsored video for Stellaris Toxoids that might turn into a full Let's Play, but it's let me explore one of my favorite childhood cartoons from the late 80s. We got some whiskey and chocolate. Hold on a second. Corey Gibson! Now, see, that I like. I like this a lot. Corey Gibson, who continues to donate to the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund, thank you very much, says, I child-proofed my house. Somehow, they still got in. And we got a resub coming in from RJ Helms at 91 months, and Alice Thorne, who I did miss the resub for, who's resubbed for 72 months. It says, oh, I entered the stream right into, hey, I hit my wife. Yeah, okay, so Stellaris Toxoid, the new species packs has come out for Toxoids, which include new like cosmetic stuff, as well as some new racial traits and some civics and a new origin. So Paradox asked me to do a sponsored video for it. And so in the late 80s, there was a cartoon called The Smoggies, and I loved it. It was a joint production actually between a Canadian and a French, like from France, animation studios or something like that. Although I watched it in English with like, you know, just the English dub or whatever. And I think it was available on like HBO in the US a few years later, maybe early 90s, 93, 94, somewhere around there. Hey, we've got 12 Muffalos, nice. And it's got a banging theme song. No, I know Toxoids isn't out yet, but my sponsored video is coming out today. Today's the 17th, it's the 17th, my sponsored video is coming out today. And so I made a race with the Toxoid based on the Smoggies. And I had so much fun doing it. And, ooh. Rock Fry killed Abnormal C. And see, that actually happened inside of our little pen here. Because, yeah, the fences don't keep out all the, all the predators. So what's funny is one of the things you can get as Toxoids. Well, there's a couple. There's an Origin that deals with some funky stuff. And I don't want to go into it too much because the Origin. I don't want to spoil things for people going through the Origin because it's got a huge story. But there's also a Civic. I think it's called Relentless Industrialists. Yeah, sorry. The DLC is not quite out yet, but my video for the DLC is coming out today. Relentless Industrialists can build a building on a planet that dramatically buffs your output of, like, alloys. Maybe alloys and consumer goods. I can't remember off the top of my head. But slowly turns the planet into a tomb world. And on top of that, my, what is it called? Like, the archaeological thing where you're, like, looking after the lost species. Like, every game there's one lost species that you find through archaeology. You know, the remnant species or whatever. I can't remember the terminology for it. Well, I got the BAL. The, BAOL. The tree people, the precursors. There you go, the precursors. So I got the BAL precursors, which gives you a relic that lets you turn a planet into a Gaian planet. So I'm literally turning a planet into a Gaian planet, and then ruining the fuck out of it and turning it into a tomb world. It's just perfect, just absolutely perfect. I love it so much. Why did Mrs. Sprout need a shave? She was a Harry Potter.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
The tree cursors. Oh, that's a good way of calling it there. No. Okay. I hate my boss and I hate my job humor. Never gets old. And I appreciate that one so much, Corey. So good. My boss told me to have a good day. So I went home. Yeah, that is really good. Oh no, do you keep turning Gaian planets and tomb worlds repeatedly? Yeah. I'm not saying it necessarily made sense or was optimal in any way whatsoever. Oh, but holy crap, was that entertaining. Who do you want to play first in Victoria 3? I feel like we have to play Belgium, but part of me also wants to do another run as Japan, because Japan was the first run I ever did in Victoria 2. And the only full run of Victoria 2 I ever did. I've dabbled with a few other things, but I've never gone through a full run. And actually, for the longest time, my Victoria 2 run as Japan was the... Stan from Timmins just died from Rocky Fry. So we got a big old bar over here. Let's try to tame the bar. Which is bad, because on a failed tame, there's a 30% chance it'll attack us. Iceland Polar Bear, yeah. What is it, Yan Mayan? But yeah, for the longest time, the Victoria 2 run as Japan was the only Paradox game that I, like, finished. Like, went to the end date. Because a lot of the rest of the time with Crusader Kings and EU4, well, we played EU3 first, but Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings, I would play until we sort of accomplished certain goals. And be like, okay, that's good enough, you know? I don't have to go to the end date. But that one there, yeah, I just wanted to keep going as much as possible. Just make kibble and store outside. Will that work? If I just store some food outside, will the wild animals just eat that? Instead of my critters? Can I just... Maybe I'll just put a shelf? Let's see. Because they only hunt if they get hungry. I don't know if the outside nutrient dispenser will work. I suppose they can eat the raw food from that. That's a good point. Don't feed the wild animals, teach them bad things. But yeah, if we can just feed them and keep them going. Okay, so I do have a do forever kibble job. Although I think... Right, but that's limited by our hay production. So that's okay. So all the hay we grow gets turned into kibble, is the idea. Has to be on the ground, animals won't eat off the shelf? Okay. Critical priority. Kibble. so confused by how Quill watched the 80s cartoon The Smoggies and took away that he should be like massively polluting treasure hunting title characters instead of forever young, happy, peaceful environmentalists, the Sunpots. Such different influences take away. But the Smoggies had like a cool submarine.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Why didn't the lifeguard save the hippie? He was too far out, man. Oh, and Corey's back. Hey, Corey. My wife is mad that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my stuff and write. I've never heard that one. Oh, I like that. It reminds me of two wrongs don't make a right, but three lefts do. Okay, so the kitties are gonna eat the kibble out there. I wonder if none of the cats were eating, because I do have it set with like our deep storage and stuff that our animals can interact with our deep storage things, like our shells and things over there. But it's possible that they weren't able to eat from it. The fact that all the cats are coming here, because for a while our cats were like hunting wabbits and stuff too. Oh man. What are we talking about? Alistorn, achievement for the natives. Indian territories only recognize one. You made the achievement? Oh, that's cool. Let's make sure we're growing enough hay. So our coffee, devil strand, strawberries, tea, tinctura. I think the only hay we're growing is over here. Now, I might want to set an absolute number, because right now, because we're not growing that much hay, I can turn, like, I can just put a do forever kibble job, because it's limited by how much hay we've got. But if we grow more hay, then we turn too much of a raw food into kibble. So I might need to put a cap. Seen animals eat from rid fridge, but not sure about shelves. Interesting. Ooh, Quill level 17 construction. Good for you. Set up Essentia's throne room, which she doesn't need right now, but hopefully we can give her some more titles. So, does Essentia have psychic power already? Okay, hold on. Where do you see where someone can meditate? So, why isn't Essentia eating desserts? We have desserts.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Oh, hey, Bennett. Should still be fine because colonists only eat vegetarian meals. Oh, that's true, and we have to use meat for the kibble? Or I could make sure the kibble only uses meat. Because I think right now the kibble... Okay, hold on. We got a few things. Oh! Kibble requires meat. So it won't consume all of our vegetation. Okay. I'll get rid of these meals here. Okay, that's cool. We got that. So we got a resubs, or actually I missed, Mr. Cheese with the 1-year Twitch anniversary. Hey, Mr. Cheese, thank you very much for that. Cheers. And also Banana Cabana, thank you very much for the whiskey and chocolate contribution. And Banana says, why can't cats play poker in the jungle? Because of all the cheetahs. I button upon check meditation type. Thank you. Like, there's a place somewhere. Okay, so Essentia will meditate at something dignified, which is presumably a throne. Yeah. Or artistic, because she's a cat herder and is not ascetic. So she can also worship at, or meditate at a building. Now, I think she can just sit on the throne to meditate. I don't think we need a meditation spot for it. By the way, Hill, you can only play Belgium and Victoria 3 if you turn on the Fantasy Nations game rule. Wow. Wow, Alistorn. Them's fighting words. Cheetahs are savannah animals, though. I guess that's true, right? She won't meditate on, like, a cool rock? Weirdo. Right? Like, you would. Yeah, like, this rock looks cool. You also won't meditate. I was mostly checking to see if you would meditate at the anima tree, but that is it's a tribal thing. Corey comes in. Okay. I don't think there's anything better than math puns, at least in my opinion. To the guy who invented zero. Thanks for nothing. Hold on, did I make this too big? Do we not have a roof here? I want to talk about zeros and negative numbers. Oh shit, I did make it too big. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Yeah, this is 15 wide. Oh, because I did 13 from here to here. But that's okay, because then we can put columns in here, which I think will look nice. I mean, this is the area that they'll roof, so we've got a lot of range with it. I think what I'll do is I'll put it here and here, and that'll look very lovely. Yeah, columns make everything fancier, exactly. So, I mean, first of all, that's great, you know, to the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing. But literally, like, there was a long time in history where we didn't have, like, zeros as a representation, or negative numbers. Like, for a long time, mathematicians were like, why would we want negative numbers? They make no sense. Because math for a long time, like right now, we're used to thinking of math as kind of an abstract thing. You can just play around with numbers and move them around and do various things. But a long time, like, the concept of math... Why are they hanging out in here? We don't have a throne room yet. Math was basically just geometry, and could only be used to represent real-world concepts. So there's no such thing as a negative amount in the real world. So there's, like, the idea of having negative numbers made no sense whatsoever. Those mathematicians were correct. Yeah, Essentia's, like, of the... No, abstract math makes no sense. Yeah, the history of math is an excellent thing. It's really fascinating. There's a great... Hold on. What's the video I'm thinking of? There's some great... There's a couple of good YouTube channels with, like, math and science and stuff like that. There's specifically a video about, like, solving the square? The cubic. What am I thinking of? Not Rubik's Cube. Oh, damn it. There's a really interesting video about that. Oh, and imaginary numbers. That might have been it. YouTube imaginary numbers. Is that the video I'm thinking about? Yeah, by Veritasium. This is what it is. How imaginary numbers were invented. Yes, it's a wonderful history video and, like, mathematics video. It's like a combination of a bunch of things. It's great.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Best thing in math is the Parker Square. I don't know what the Parker Square is off the top of my head. Semi-magic square divides an attempt to create an elusive 3x3 square meeting. Oh. I don't think I know that one. There's a number file video about it, though, so I'm going to have to watch that clearly. Yeah, imaginary numbers. At this point, we're really getting to the point where, like, Essentia is, like, noping out of this completely. Oh! Oh, I've heard some, like, month-based puns before, but not that one. From Corey Gibson again. Thank you very much, Corey. Can February March? No, but April May. What's fun is March is the only month where every date is like a phrase. You can say, because you can say March 4th, but, you know, as like March forward, but also like March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd, like what order do you march in? You know, that all works. If you get a mod to put animal sleeps mods anywhere, can you put one on the throne? Oh, that would be great, because then you could have a kitty sitting on the throne all the time. That would be brilliant. Imaginary is just a bad name. They totally do exist. Yeah. They're just like non-co-planner numbers. I don't know like what another way to describe it would be. Yeah, they're also called complex numbers, which is probably a better... I mean, a complex number is really a number that can be described as partially on the real and partially on the imaginary plane, isn't it? Like, it can be considered a combination. Or is there just... I guess there's just a complex plane as well. Yeah. Complex number is probably a better way to describe it. But imaginary numbers is such a cool... like, a cool term, you know? My apartment has a complex number. Oh, that's funny. An apartment complex. Alright, let's get some purr up in here so we can get some lights. Just gonna run a little bit of cabling down some of these walls, because it's a big enough room. In fact, if we put something right smack in the middle of this and it needs electricity, I don't think it'll work. So we may have to do some underground conduits in there. Yeah, I like the sidewalks too. And I really like this little hallway here with the sunflowers. Actually, what I don't like is that we've got a sort of symmetry going on with them. I might change this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll actually put a room here. We'll have like a 3x1 kind of L-shaped kind of building, and then do the sunflower path. You have a 2-hour economics lecture at PDXCon. Only got halfway through my notes. Oh, wow. I'm so sad I missed PDXCon. But it was for good reasons. At least the RIMWORLD settlement is all about suppliers. Yeah, we're really trying to not follow a grid here. And I think it's looking nice. I do want to, like, once we get carpets, I do want to put some colored carpets in here to break up the gray. Miss you too. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, not only, like, it's fun in general. You get to see cool new game stuff on all the announcements. But also it's about seeing, like, the people. New and old. It's always a hoot. You know, seeing the PDX staff, but also just the fans that we met before. Make a path to the throne room with sunflowers on either side. Now, that's a great idea. Oh, a masterwork throne for Essentia! How perfect. I mean, I think Essentia will auto-claim it, but we'll go ahead and specifically assign it there. I'm wondering about braziers in here. Okay. How come Quill hasn't gone and built this roof yet? Quill, come on, man. Come on. You know what? It probably didn't get auto-roof zoned because it wasn't close enough to any walls. There we go. Let me do that. Yeah, I should... Like, her profession is butcher? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because adulthood she was a butcher. Even though she doesn't butcher animals. Yeah, we need to change her title. What are we going to change her title to? Barista? For now? Is that proper Italian? LOL from Weird Darkness. Bump, 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 bump. Hertzilla has resubbed for their 91st month. Thank you, Hertzilla. Peacekeeper, moderator, perfect. Majesty. Oh, perfect like a prefect. Brew Queen. Queen of Beans. There we go. Oh, we can check the art on the throne. No. Masterwork does not get art. I have to get to the next level. But, did Quill finish his statue?
It's whiskey and chocolate.
I'm not sure that he did. Oh, no, he did. Animal sculpture. Where is it? It's not in my find list. Skull. Oh, no, there it is. Maybe I typed something wrong. Let's install... You know what? Let's install this. Flanking throne? Maybe in these corners. Maybe we'll get another one. Although we could also put this in our temple. I'm going to put it in here for now. We might move it later once we get a temple. But let's put that down and we can check the art on that once it's installed. Corey! Thank you! Corey Gibson. Now it makes me want to say Corgi. Corey Gibson Corgi? I don't know. My wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. No, I don't think I can rotate this. It's going to be facing the wrong way. Oh, you know what? I could install it over here, maybe. So that way it'll look like it's facing the correct way. Install. Because, yeah, there's no rotating. So let's put it here. Oh, yeah, it'll be more impressive in here. Well, it's only Quill sculpture, so I don't know how impressive it's going to be. But my dad had trouble assembling his anatomical skeleton. He had thrown his back out. You know, deer can jump higher than the average house. It's because of their strong hind legs and the fact that an average house can't jump. Essentially, I don't suppose you can install it now. And I don't want to wake up Quill. Quill gets cranky if he doesn't have a full night's sleep. Just saying. Restaurant earned $29 today. Hooray! Use simple meals instead of kibble for predators? Yeah, but the kibble also works, doesn't it? Oh, you're saying I can just make simple meals and then I would eat that if I don't have enough kibble for some reason. Starting to get an awful lot of animals over here. Is this a cafe or a comedy club? It's a comedy club where the comedians pay us for the jokes, somehow. Sleeping with a gas mask tends to restrict your breathing. Yeah. It's like having sleep apnea. It's not my fault. It's Essentia has really bad breath. No. It is funny that Quill's always wearing the gas mask. Oh no. Alan Agard! Why did you eat one of our kittens? There's a bunch of kibble over here.
It's
why? But why? Maybe it's the order of things? Maybe if we left out some raw meat? Yeah, you're right. A Sphinx is just a big cat. Let's tame the Sphinx. Corey Gibson! When life gives you lemons... Sorry. When life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic. Thanks again, Corey. When life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic. I don't know, we might be able to train the big cat for combat, I'm not sure. It tags onto the nearest food and then goes towards it when hungry. Ah, that's annoying. In order to get the sidecast stuff going, you need to open the sidecast tab on Essentia. Oh. It's on the bottom right of the bottom left widget. It's on the bottom... Oh, wait, sorry. It's the one on the top right of the bottom left widget. Oh, right here. It's top left of the... Anyway. Oh, shit! Okay, hold on a sec. We got more whiskey and chocolate. Oh, it's Corey again! Hey, Corey! I've not heard that one. It takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do. I think I'm golfing in forever. Okay. So this is from a mod, and already I love it. Already I love it. Okay, so we earn Sidecaster experience by meditating. We have a point to spend. Spend points on unlocking new paths, unlocking Sidecasts, unlocking meditation foci, improving stats, etc. So we can upgrade. There's also focus types. I can presumably... So here's my focus types here. What are these little updudes? Because this one doesn't have an updude. Cannot be unlocked with points. Okay, so I could unlock more types, but it's going to be okay. Drag and drop learnt Sidecast into size sets you can cycle between in-game. Use alternate background. Okay, we can create sets, presumably to change from one to the other. What I like is, right now, we have the Wild Speaker tree unlocked currently. Empath would also work pretty well for Essentia. But Wild Speaker, we can do Bramble Maze, infuse a fertile chaotic tile, life energy, causing it to sprout shoots of brambles. Crop Burst. Word of Animals. Soothe an animal using psychic suggestion, either calming a man-hunting animal or taming them. Oh, this is perfect! Manhunter Pulse, Tree Sprout, Shrine Shield. Animal Allies. Infuse a large area with harmonic life force that influences animal behavior, causing them to attack those hostile to the caster for a duration, scaling with psychic sensitivity. Essence Transfer. Infuses the life force of another nearby person into a colony animal, linking them and putting the caster into a 6-hour coma. Should the linked person die, the linked animal will go to their side and transfer their own harmonized life essence to them, dying when finished. Should the linked animal die first, the effect is lost or only one link at a time. Summon Pack. Sends a pulse of life force into the region, inducing territorial manhunting aggression into numerous animals that will appear to defend the colony. Once all the invaders are defeated, the animals will return to their home. The distance the pulse travels, and with the relative strength of the creature influence... Okay, but the big thing is we can get word of animals to potentially insta-tame things. So we're going to move towards that. We're going to try to get more Sidecaster points for Essentia and get her to, at the very least, Word of Animals. And then we can consider opening up a secondary tree or something like that. Oh, this is wonderful. Tame all the Scottish Wildcats. Yes! And we got more whiskey and chocolate. I need to make sure. I'm going to switch from my room temperature coffee to some water here. Thank you very much again, Corey. Most people are shocked when they find out how bad I am as an electrician. The nation of Farjaba gave us 2 advanced components. Amazing. I don't think I've ever tried much in the way of electrician work. It's one of the things I've stayed away from. Short of like, I think I might have replaced like a light fixture once. I'm not sure.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Now, since she's a Psy Lady and Royal, she should be beyond working in a cafe. No, but I mean, you know, it's a personal preference thing, right? Corey Yen! I can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off. Lousy smarch weather. Thanks, Corey. A good mug of clear beer, yeah. Big old, you know, it's just a big mug of vodka. Getting CDA vibes at how the town is starting to look? Oh, a little bit, yeah. Time you bought an Omnibot to do nothing but hunt those pesky predators. I mean, we have some people in the colony that would be perfectly happy to hunt. But it still gives... Oh, another banana cabana, this time a raccoon. He just got eaten. Okay, seriously, Quill, install this freaking sculpture. Your people are unhappy. There we go. Animal sculpture disrespected. Because the room's not all floored. Fair enough. Let's check out the art on our animal sculpture here. Poor quality. This carving is a portrayal of an ellipse surrounded by triangles. 9 cooks appear off to one side. The unbalanced structure of the image almost conflicts with its graffiti-like style. I like how the animal sculpture has no... we never acknowledge any animal on it. Okay. So, I was hoping it was modless. I have a modless run on YouTube right now. But yeah, the stream, this is a continuation of our stream here. Of our cafe stream. So we're going to have to floor this room. We're going to need that for Essentia's throne room at some point anyway. I mean, I don't think right now she cares.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Why isn't she eating a dessert? You know what? I'm wondering, do we have a conflict between our mods? Is this because there's a simple dessert? Why are you not eating desserts? Is it possible? Hold on. It's possible that our vegetarian food doesn't allow desserts. No, it's on. And Corey again, thank you! The easiest time to add insult to injury is when you're signing someone's cast. Oh, that's brilliant. Desserts are a drug? Huh. I lost where I was. So is tea, lemonade? What the? Okay. Hang on. I like how they can drink coffee if they have an addiction, but not just for fun. Can I click and drag? There it is. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable everything and then go and...
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Disable things that are... Okay, we have too much stuff here. Some of these are actual proper hard drugs, and we don't want that on. Okay. Lucy just for infection, or addiction, that's fine. Panoxyclin, once we've got some, we want someone to take their panoxyclin dose every 5 days. Kombucha. I don't like kombucha, but Essentia really does. Okay, don't take Wake Up, or Go Juice, or Psychite, Or Flake or Yayo just for fun. Maybe not Ambrosia either. Smoke leaf I guess is fine, but don't you know what? No, it smells disgusting. Don't use that. We'll just sell it if we have any. Ambrandy, gin, tequila, Ambrandy. I wonder how addicted that is. Well, it doesn't actually have an addiction thing, so it's probably okay. Cocktails, pumpkin spice. I know I've got to read, but I just don't want to lose track over here. Okay, so it looks to me like we allow everything other than proper drugs. Okay, so now hopefully Essentia and Quill, who have a need for desserts, will actually go and satisfy those needs. We'll see. All right, we got more whiskey and chocolate. Oh, this is from J-Rob this time. Hey, J-Rob. Thank you. J-Rob, who subscribed today as well. 2 muffins are sitting in an oven, and one says to the other, "Damn, it's hot in here." The other screams, "Ah, a talking muffin!" I also have a need for dessert. This is Cunning Fox Pup. Yeah, I understand. I think I'm gonna bake something after the stream. Cookies? Maybe a cake. An argument that sugar should be classified as a social drug. Tobacco is an antisocial drug, yeah. Oh, Elf going and doing some construction for us as well. Thank you. So we're gonna need lighting in here. We're gonna need flooring as well. I'm clearly going to want to floor this with some fine stuff later on. But it takes a long time to put down like the fine tiles. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put down, I could even put down a wood flooring, but I guess I'll put down just more marble tiles for now, just regular marble tiles. Something like that. More whiskey and chocolate. Corey again! Hey, Corey! I just got fired from my job as a set designer. I left without making a scene. That would explain it then. I believe some or most of the desserts can cause diabetes, which is stupid, which is probably why it's classed as a drug. That's probably true. Now, one of the advantages to being an essentialist is that we have the sweet tooth belief system, which makes us immune to diabetes. But that's true. I suppose our non-essentialists maybe shouldn't be eating desserts because they'll get diabetes. They just haven't learned to eat their desserts properly. See, if you only eat it with your hands, nothing bad can happen. Why did I get a ding on my phone? Oh, my sister sent me a photo. Okay. Sweet tooth belief system. So true. Exactly. I have a sweet tooth and I have diabetes. Why am I not immune? Punisher, you just got to talk to our Lord and Savior, Essentia. She'll explain it to you, I promise. I promise. Now, there's another question here. Can you do me a favor? Open the sculpture art description for a moment. Oh, I want to try. You want to design AI art? Yes. Okay, hold on. It's here. Take your screenshot. If you're on Windows, the easiest way to take a screenshot, by the way, is the Windows key, Shift and S, and you can click and drag a square. It'll copy it. Very, very handy. Done. Excellent. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with AI art generation over on the Discord. We've got a proper channel for it. And yeah, the idea of making AI art from the RIMWORLD art stuff, as well as Dwarf Fortress art stuff, has really appealed to me very strongly. Oh yeah, but Insis, you asked about that the other day, I think, as well. Right on Twitter, my sister's an artist, any place to see her portfolio. I'm not sure. I don't remember. And she posts a lot of it on her Facebook, but I don't think that's public the same way. Probably got something. I'll see if I can figure something out for you, Bedinsis. And we got a resub. Great Griff. Thank you very much for the resub. 75 months. Thank you. What AI are you using? We are using Cassandra Classic. We've got the difficulty turned up to the max, but we have raids disabled, which actually makes the game pretty easy. But it should have, like, we should get some diseases, and we have lower yields for our crops and things like that. And, like, the moods aren't super high or anything. So, you know, we're having to manage our people, but we're not having to fight. Oh, Geology... Corey, again, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Geology rocks, but... Geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. And the news is what's happening. And shit, there's probably some others. Dang it. Oh, you meant for the art. Yeah, okay. I was using, for me, I was using, what's it called? Sublime something or other? No, Stable Diffusion. That's what it was. I was using Stable Diffusion. But yeah, some people are using Dali. Yeah. Skyscrapers are what's up. Meteorology is what's up.
Pay attention, there's a new subscriber.
Astronomy is what's up. Lots of things are what's up. Snipe Mercenary, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the party. If you are on Discord, you can join. If you're linked to Twitch, you should get pulled into the official Quill18 Discord channel if you want to hang out there. Hey, Osborne! Cheers to you as well. Thanks for the resub. Astronomy is far out. Oh, now that's the way to do it. Hate being a night guard. I don't get to go home at the end of the day. We got a fox in our pen. We sure are getting a lot of mufflos. To figure out something to do with them at some point. How's our nutrition in the pen? We're starting to hit a bit of a limit. Now, I don't mind selling off some of the mufflos. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like torches and braziers in here. I think later on, you specifically need braziers for the throne room. I think that's actually a requirement. The hell is that? Oh, that's our new bit sound. I'm still not sure about all my sound effects right now. So some of them kind of freak me out still.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Thank you very much for Evil Not Good. My bingo card for tonight specified 3 puns in a row. I can only cross the box off once. 1 second. Braziers. Make them out of marble as well. I'm gonna leave a gap so that we can expand the throne later on. That's not really gonna light the whole room though. Can I just put them in the middle? Maybe I'll put 2 more on the other side. It's gonna make the room pretty hot though. Let's just start with these for now. Corey, thank you again. Corey says, a Freudian slip is when you mean one thing and say your mother. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Quill, can you come over here and work on the braziers? So we can get light for everything else, please? We should be shearing the muffalo, yeah. If we take a look at our cloth, we've got a bunch of actual cloth, but we have lots of muffalo wool as well. It's a big room for us to go and clear out here. Also, one of our plant experts should really be chopping down these trees, because that'll be a lot faster than our constructors. There you go. Reminded me of when I set up waves for my Windows, where a line from hackers saying, "Where are your brains in your ass?" as an error sound for my PC. My roommate wanted to throw it out the window. Yeah, I remember the days of like going through and like customizing all those messages and things like that. I don't think people do it as often. I think it was just neater back then. Maybe there was fewer things to do with your computer, so you spent more time like, I'm gonna customize my theme. I'm gonna like change the colors of my like menu bars and shit. And I haven't done that in forever. Maybe no one did it other than me, or maybe everyone still does it, and except for me now. But it felt like it was just something people did more. You wanted to have your own proper customized screensaver, right? It's like, ooh, mine's got flying toasters, baby. Use the hot dog theme because I want to watch the world burn. PC has inherited high-low sound effects from when I did like 10 years ago. Wow. I think I had a Buffy sound pack for a long time. Rain meter themes, yeah. We could get some windows up in here. Maybe we'll wait until we get fancier windows and glass smelting. We haven't done research in a long time because our people are just so busy. Cool, making some coffee. Wearing loads of custom cursors. Oh, yeah. I remember how cool it was when you got, like, mouse trails on your cursor.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
It's because Win95 was new. 3.11 was worthless or ran anything in DOS. Yeah, the only thing I really went into Windows for in 3.11 was to get online. Had to load up the... Well, that's not true. Originally, getting online meant loading up Telnet, dialing up the local college using a completely legitimate login that I completely, totally had the rights to use. But eventually, there was this thing called Trumpet Windsock, and there was a company called Netscape that made something called a web browser, something like that, called Navigator, and you could get on and you could load up like these pages on something called the World Wide Web. I know it's crazy as a concept, but yeah, it was a whole thing. The best pages had like blinking tags, and were constantly under construction. Hey, Corey Gibson, thank you again for contributing to Whiskey and Chocolate Fun. I saw a sign the other day that said, "Watch for children," and I thought, that sounds like a fair trade. Navigate. I remember way back in the day when Internet Explorer first came out. Oh my god, it was such a big upgrade. Because Netscape Navigator was slow and bloated, and Internet Explorer was so slick and efficient. Oh, it was so wonderful. Everyone wanted to upgrade to Internet Explorer right away because it was just such a better, smoother experience, you know? There were the new guys, the little guys, competing against the big Netscape Navigator people who had a monopoly over everything. So, you know, if you really want to be a little bit of a rebel and run something that was so much more efficient, you would run Internet Explorer. True. True. Thanks, Griff. You want to feel old? You remember BBSs? Well, so the rest of Kerbal. What was your full name? Oh, Kerbal King says, "Oh, you want to feel old? You remember BBSs, where you need to dial into someone's computer, not dial into the internet." Kerbal, I used to run my own BBS. I had a part-time job, and I actually convinced my parents to let me install a second phone line in the house in my room, so that I could run my own BBS. BBS stands for Bulletin Board System. And yeah, I ran something called FidoNet, which was like really early like news groups and emails, where literally so people could call in to my computer in my bedroom and interact with this BBS, which had like some free shareware files to download, some message boards, some games. They were called door games. But I had certain of our discussion groups were synced up to something called FidoNet. Yeah, use FidoNet, Ryan Pendragon, exactly. At some point during the night, I think it was like 1 o'clock at night, my computer would dial another computer. Actually, I think I dialed a couple others that also ran FidoNet, and we exchanged the discussion boards. And I think some of the other bulletin board systems in my town also called into me to do the sync. So we synced up a few of those, and some of those would call BBSs in Toronto, and some of those in Toronto would call some BBSs, you know, in, I don't know, New York or something like this. And eventually this would all be synced up, but they only synced up once per day, right? It was crazy. We could have conversations with people who lived in Australia. It's about 2 to 3 weeks for the round trip for the messages to get back. But yeah, you could post a message, and in a few weeks someone from Australia could respond to your message. It was amazing. It was cool. I gotta say, like, those days, everything did feel awesome and special. Mm-hmm. We'll never catch on, yeah. But yeah, this is before, like, a publicly accessible commercial internet was a thing. Like, you could sort of get internet accounts. You could use, you know, before the web, before HTML and HTTP was a thing, the closest equivalent might be Gopher, for example. You could use that to sort of browse some things in a way. Usenet was strong, still is strong, especially among certain demographics of people. Yeah, outside of like educational facilities, there really wasn't access to the internet. So BBSs were mini internets. Oh, Carligian is hunting Corey Gibson. Corey Gibson is about to get hunted! Oh no! Corey, I'm sorry! Corey the turkey! Having a binge party? And, speaking of Corey, thank you very much, Corey. I'm sorry you're about to get eaten, but Carlingian's gotta eat. It's the way it works. Corey says, "Did you hear about the unemployed joke? I tried to tell it, but it didn't work." Remember playing Warcraft 2 modem-to-modem multiplayer? Such a pain to get a computer. Yeah, I played through Quake multiplayer with a friend. With we'll feed. What was it? Doom. No, it was Doom. Doom I played over modem. Yeah, with a friend of mine. And for a long time, I didn't have a dedicated phone line either, right? So you'd be like, you'd have just spent the last 45 minutes trying to download like a 1 megabyte file from a BBS, and your mom would pick up the phone and just ruin the entire download. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
More whiskey and chocolate. Who picked up the phone? Gosh, exactly. Do multiplayer over the parallel crossover cable. Oh, yeah, those were interesting as well. Corey again! Have you heard about the new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu. You get what you deserve. I hadn't heard about that one. Of course, I've heard about the restaurant on the moon. Great food, but no atmosphere. It's all about the Pentiums, baby. Yeah. At some point, we're gonna have to do something about the mufflers, because we're just getting more and more of them. I mean, unless we geld all the males to stop them breeding, and then we just keep shearing them forever. Maybe we should just do that. Maybe it's time. Let's do it. Hey, Boyd, thanks for the bits. In 1992, I wrote a paper for my sophomore computer science class stating that the internet was a fad that would eventually end, and my professor agreed and had similar thoughts. Boy, were we right. Where's the, I guess we could free some as well. Do I have to go under, like, operation for this? Is there not a quick button? There's butcher and free. Fortunately, I don't think there's a quick way to designate gelding. Well, that's a pain in the butt. I wonder if the manager mod... Okay, butcher, train. Yeah, we did talk about doing it as a meat supply for some of our people. Maybe that's still what we do. We could just sell all the, say all the male or all the female muffaloes. I suppose some of the muffaloes doesn't matter because you can't milk them anyway. And then we'll just keep a stable number for us. Oh, you're right. That's right. It was a meat supply for the animals, for the cats, because they're obligate carnivores. Thank you. That is right. And yeah, we do have to do that. That is an excellent point. We need a constant supply of meat for our cats. I had completely forgotten. So let's go and set up some rules over here. We are getting some cat explosions. I'm never going to lower the volume on that, because it's always hilarious. But Jesus, it scares the crap out of me. We did get a lynx. Cats keep dying, giving you a constant supply of meat. It's fine. We're going to keep the male muffalo count down to 2 adult male muffalos. And we can keep 2 younger ones for cycling around as well. And adult female muffalos are going to be limited to 4. Now, it doesn't count the pregnant ones in this number. For the turkeys, we'll do... I like the fact that we're getting turkey eggs. So again, we'll keep 2 male turkeys around, just so that we have some spares. A couple of youngins. And yeah, like 5 female. Now, the turkey actual management works a lot better because they don't get pregnant. But this way we can keep a steady supply of turkey eggs. We can use that for some of our cooking and baking. Okay. Need to give Quill his weekly jump scare. So that's Ranger sending in some poutine. Thank you very much, Ranger. Whoa, more poutine. Had some yesterday, and it was delicious. It's such a weird coincidence that the poutine I've got on the treat stream is only on there because it was one of the few places that had it, you know, that would do delivery. And it turns out it's wonderful. We've ordered poutine from a few places in town, and there's some great places to go. But in terms of delivery, a lot of them are kind of on the weak side. This place here is excellent. Excellent. Quill may start to get tired of pretending at this rate. Well, sometimes I do toggle on the various treat streams on and off. Oh yeah, okay, so you're right. We have a links. What can we do with the links?
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Okay, Alan Guard here. No, the links cannot be trained. Yeah, it's too wild. The links is too wild. If I just free it to the wild, does it stay on the map? I think so. Maybe we'll sell off the links. Maybe there's, you know, maybe some other faction has like a care home for animals or something. Kerbal King, thank you very much. I just finished 3 hours of yard work. Now time to watch some video games. Wow, that's a lot of yard work. Links equals Grandpa Cat. Banana, among other things, you are also a muffalo. You wish you're hungry? Essentially, you've been low-key craving poutine for days. Oh, we should make some at home. If the pasture don't have food for all the animals, is there a way to feed them? Yeah, we can supplement it with some grown hay or some kibble. Right now, we're okay. We can also expand the pasture a little bit as well. On the map. Well, you were a turkey, and then you got eaten. Right now, Corey, you're not currently an animal. Well, that's a wild animal. What about the tamed animals? Oh yeah, groups by animal type. Yeah, not at a glance. I guess I'm running the graze up mod, which makes it much more viable to like plant some crops in a pen. I don't do it normally because I find it a big time sink that doesn't really add that much. Oh, Carlingian, the fox that ate our turkey has then been killed, probably by Rockfry over here. The bar. And yes, we can plant actual grass as well. But yeah, with Graze Up, which... oh, we got a resub. Which, as I understand how Graze Up works... Hey, Business Casual Assassin, thank you for the resub. Great name, too. As I understand, what this does is it makes it so that the animals will eat the crop, but not destroy it. It'll just sort of reset its growth, so our people don't have to go and replant constantly. Which actually sounds really handy. We could do a little test patch. Let's do a little test patch. Just a little 6x6 area of tall grass or grass. Grows anywhere, little light, minimal fertility. Grows anywhere, little light, minimal fertility. Slows down anyone more. Okay, so I bet you get more nutrition out of it, but it slows people down. That sounds fine. We'll plant tall grass. So we will have to go and plant it once, but then what I'm hoping for is we don't have to constantly replant it. Yeah, reduce its growth by a bunch, but won't kill it. Because that's the thing that annoys me, is just the fact that you have to go replant it all the time. Which, like, I shouldn't have to replant grass. It doesn't make any sense. Or, like, you plant dandelions, then you have to replant it. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure the dandelions are just going to keep going. Oh, yeah, I can disallow cutting as well. That's a good point. And I'll put it on a low priority here. There we go. So, if there's multiple things that need to get planted, it will be the last one planted. Essentia is experiencing inspiration. Next time she performs a surgery, her chance of success will be doubled. We should just chop someone's arm off just for funsies. Plant hay, whatever your animals aren't eating, you can harvest. And that's actually a good point. I know Essentia's around, but I'm going to set a timer anyway. Okay, so I forget to put in.